The general meeting of Beta Beta chapter of Delta Kappa Gamma is called to order. Do we have Chloe on?
Yes, you do. Would you like
Okay.
medication?
Chloe, will you do the medication? Yes.
However good or bad a situation is, it will change. Time heals almost everything. Give time, time. All that truly matters in the end is that you are loved.
Thank you. Wow. Okay. Minutes, we distributed the minutes. They are from February of last year. I'm sure it was kind of fun to read through them and remember all the things that were going on at that time. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes that have been sent via email? Hearing none, the minutes will be accepted and filed as written. Treasurer's report, Sandy?
Okay, I have mixed reviews today. Some of you probably got it. Can I see a show of hands? How many of you actually were able to access the treasurer's report or did access it? Well, a lot of you. Excellent. Okay, then you know what we've been spending our money on. We took $200 out of Altrusa funds and contributed it to Gretchen's project at her school. We paid for the typing of the yearbook. We paid for the printing of 70 yearbooks also. We actually did some masks for working teachers, and while that said $100, there was also a donation. It did cost more than $100 to do those masks, but the rest of the money was donated. Unfortunately, we had to return the grant of $600 from Gifts from the Heart since there was no way to really do that this year. And another unfortunate is we had to return the Future Scientist grant of $1,340, which left us as of today with $4751.69. And that actually reflects we still have $300 in a CD. We have $1,018 left in literacy funds, and we still have an obligation to District 143.5 for their magazines of $550. Now, that leaves us with an undesignated fund of $2883.47. That will not in any way do all of our budget things for things that we were hoping to do this year. So I'm making a plug right now, and I'm sure others will too, for the silent auction, because that's where we usually have gotten so much of our money was from the auction. But I'll let someone else speak more to that. I would like to tell you, and this will please some of you, that this does not reflect our two newest members, Latoya and Kathleen. Their dues are in via Zelle. Come on, somebody smile. Somebody smile. We've worked for a whole year or 2 or 3 trying to get this done. And it also includes the new balance will include a small amount that's already been given toward the auction. And mainly that was because we had to practice the Zelle. So, so we'll leave it that way. But right now, basically, and I've paid the dues for our 2 new members too. So this is close right now. There's a few more dollars that are there. But if we didn't have any bills or any projects we wanted to do, we'd be in great shape. But knowing that we want to give scholarships and we need to try to honor our commitment for things that we wanted to do for the international and the state, the funds and things, again, silent auction. Keep it in your mind. And that's my report.
Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, Sandy has been. Okay, Arlita.
Yes.
You just joined us. Hi. Glad to see anybody.
Well, I was there. I just didn't have video on.
Oh, all right.
Sandy, you returned the grant to the state, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right, and I will get you the paid invoices on the book on the
Magazines.
magazine.
Okay.
Fine.
Any other questions for the treasurer's report? Thank you, Sandy. It will be accepted as presented. Next on the agenda is correspondence. Molly?
Good afternoon, ladies. I have two pieces of correspondence. One from Linda Adcock, our Illinois State Membership Chair. Dear Beta Beta, congratulations on welcoming 4 new members. Great job. I'm sure all 4 ladies will enhance your chapter's efforts as Beta Beta enriches their lives. Fondly, Linda. And we have another email from our dear Gwen Maxey Brown to Karen. Dear Karen, I am so grateful to all of the Beta Beta members for the love and support shown to me and my family during this year. Regretfully, I am taking leave for the remainder of this term as legislative chair and the other responsibilities as a board member. While it breaks my heart, I have decided to lessen my role as it has been suggested by my medical team. I have been on overload for too many years, so I'm told, and rest is advised. I am still a member and hope in good standing. I need to check with Sandy. Again, I love you all. I admire the ways in which we present community and educational support. It's amazing that so much good and kindness can be generated by a few. Please share this with our members. Sincerely, Dr. Gwen Maxey Brown.
That was a hard letter to receive, but we certainly understand. And I have asked Chloe to excuse Gwen for the rest of this year. And we will keep her in touch. All the mailings that are going out will go to her also. Any comments, questions? Elaine?
Elaine.
Yeah,
You're
unmute.
muted, Elaine. Still.
Never mind. Okay.
There you
I got
are.
it. Yeah, of course. I just wanted to mention that I did receive, a dozen easily notes of gratitude from our working, I hate to say working gals because that sounds a little strange, but our gals who are actively employed right now about their masks. And so I'm glad they're enjoying them. And I just wanted to be sure that everybody knew that there was a lot of expression of gratitude for that. I didn't send all those little messages on, but anyway, there's that.
Cute, Gretchen.
Elaine, can I just ask, how did you deliver them? Did you mail them, or how did you handle that?
Yes, Chloe came over to my house. She picked them up from Arleta, and Arleta had them all packaged up. And then we had a little love letter to go to each of them. And then we addressed the envelopes, and then Chloe took them. We'd sat at my screen house and stuffed envelopes and visited. And then she took them to the post office, and we put one stamp on them, but they need a little extra postage. So we weren't sure about that. So that's how that's worked. So.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
Oh, one other thing. We have 2 new members who are both gals who will be inducted soon, today, I guess. And they haven't received them, but I have masks for you gals, so you'll be getting those in the mail.
Okay.
Yay.
Judy? Judy Curran, did you have a comment?
No.
Oh, okay. Your screen started to light up. I didn't want to miss you. Anyone else have anything to ask or about the in the masks that were given to the frontline workers that we have in our group? So many people are still involved. Yes, Joan. No, it says John up there. That's not right. You're Kathy, right?
No, Laurel.
Laurel. Right. I'm trying to get all these names straightened out. Thank you. Anyone else?
The masks were beautiful. They were really nice. Thank you, Arlanda.
Yes.
I've had my mask on. I've had a couple people ask me who made those, so they look very nice. Thank you.
They were all handmade by our own Arlanda, and they're just gorgeous. And they're very lightweight. I like mine a lot. Okay, anything else?
Oh.
We'll move on to the president's report. Well, first of all, just thank you for all of you for responding and for being here today. This is wonderful. 32 members are here. That's just fabulous. I know Zoom, the challenge was not easy for some of us. We've been fiddling and trying and practicing, and we'll continue doing that as the season goes on. The board has been very busy this spring and summer, as you have learned from my monthly letters. I hope that's keeping you up to date. Today, according to international rules, we need to ratify all of the actions that have been taken up until this point. The things we've done on email or snail mail or SurveyMonkey all have to be ratified. International has said that face-to-face, which what we're doing right now, counts. So I'm going to read a list of the things that we have done. And we're not going to vote on each one individually. I will ask someone to say, make a motion to, that say, I move that we ratify all of the above. And Gretchen, I will send you a copy of all the list of things. Okay. I'm going to list the actions and then ask for a motion. And I'm going to ask that somebody not say so moved, just say I move that, whatever. Okay. We have accepted the budget for 2020 and 2021. We have accepted, regretfully, the resignations of Carol Parker, Janice Ritchie, and Connie Cruz. And we have Jackie.
Somebody's not muted.
Yeah. We have moved Jackie Medley to.
You want me to mute?
To reserve status. Yeah, everybody should be muted, and then when we get back to the reports, we can come back on again. All right, so we have 3 resignations and 1 reserve member. We have approved requests for membership in Beta Beta for Helen Arkin, Laurel Kasang, Sarah Midlock, Dr. Regina Red, Latoya Gibbons, and Kathy, you got to help me with this, Kathy Malice, Jesse Owens, is that correct? Okay.
Yes, that's what you said.
That's correct.
We have also accepted Nancy Clemenson's transfer membership from a chapter in Iowa. And we have approved $200 for supplies for Dr. Gretchen Sutherland School in Chicago Heights, the money to be taken from the Altruza Literacy Fund. Any questions about all of those actions? The board has been busy. All right, then I will entertain a motion to ratify all of the above. Someone? Unmute them.
This is Molly. I so move that we ratify.
No. Okay, go ahead. I move that.
I move that we ratify all of the actions that the board has taken that you have verbalized, Karen.
Thank you. Second?
I second the motion. Jill Carlson.
Jill Carlson has seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? All right, the motion passes. We have ratified all of the actions taken this summer. Next on my report, I have things to show you. You already heard from Sandy that because of the pandemic, e-learning and social distancing, our grants for Gifts from the Heart and Future Doctors and Scientists have been returned to the foundation, and we will certainly pursue them again as soon as we can. We have some membership anniversaries that would have been celebrated at our banquet that never happened. There will be articles or a blurb and a photograph, hopefully, in our newsletter to let everybody know about these people. 50 years of membership, 50 years in our chapter. Sue Carter. Congratulations, Sue. And we have 3 members with 40 years of membership in Beta Beta, alphabetical order. Me, Pat Jennings, and Jackie Medley. So we've got a lot of years behind us, some of us. Beta Beta masks were all given to our frontline workers. And if you wish to order one for yourself, you certainly can. Arlanda she's so creative. She's been busy doing all sorts of wonderful things. But just give Arlanda a call or send her an email and you can order your own mask. It has the DKG and the rose and our chapter. So it's personalized just for us. We have,
Karen?
yes.
Karen, I think for the new members, maybe you should state, we honored these people with 40 and 50 years and tell them
Yes.
how we did it.
Each of the members that have a special anniversary selects a charity or benevolence of their own choosing, and the chapter sends a check for the amount of years to that charity. For example, I chose Together We Cope. So Sandy sent a check for $40 to Together We Cope. So that's what we do. And now next year, we're going to have another 50-year member, and we'll have some 10s and 20s for next year. So that's something that our budget needs to help to support also. We received from International a booklet from virtual, the convention, the international convention this year was held in July, but it was virtual. And so they have on Sunday at the end of the convention, a celebration of life to honor those members who have passed during the last year. And I received this lovely booklet, and it's embossed. It's kind of maybe hard to see, but it's International Celebration of Life. And Carol Schall's name is included. They have pages and pages of the international
wow.
members who have left us, just you can see. And they have asked, and I will certainly honor, I will send this to Carol's family. So.
I just want to mention that Karen had showed me these, and I took pictures of those pages, Susan, so I will,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think I've sent those to you yet, but I have pictures so I can send those to you
Okay,
for
that'll
the
be fun.
newsletter.
Good.
And we also received this lovely certificate as a thank you for our contributions to the Malawi wells. Everyone who purchased one well or more got a certificate. So we've been honored by the international organization for contributing, and that's a free will gift, and it's over $400. And I'm just so proud of the chapter. You guys you're just so generous and caring. It's really, really wonderful. Okay, because of the pandemic, we're going to be conducting business via Zoom until next spring, when hopefully we can gather again. It's terribly important for all of you, and I know this may be new, but you must, to keep up with what's going on, you need to check your email at least every couple of days. Some people check once a month, and that's not going to work for the next couple of months because we will be announcing a lot of things. So you need to check your email to be kept up with what's going on. You are via email. I would like you to be expecting a letter from me every month. There will be a president's letter. There has been since last March or April that I send to the chat. Whoops, we have an echo. Okay. We have notifications about Zoom breakfast meetings. Those are fun. You stay in your jammies and you have your coffee and you can just chat with everybody, nothing formal. And Pat will be talking about that later. There are all kinds of wonderful Zoom classes that are being presented by the state of Illinois, Delta Kappa Gamma. Some of them are for credits for the teachers that are active and need those credits. Some of them are just plain fun. There's a whole set of legislative Zoom meetings that are currently being held. Actually, one's happening right now simultaneous to our meeting. So please, please, check your email. Our state president, bless her heart, Bev, sends a message on Facebook every day about things that are happening, about anniversaries, about birthdays, about Zoom meetings, about challenges. She has challenged our membership to, one was a walking challenge, and you were to walk so much each day and then record it, and there were prizes given at the end. Right now, it's the challenge is sip and sugar, to decrease sugar intake and increase water intake. So she's just a lot of fun. If you are not on Facebook, please join. It's free. You'll get caught up with news. You can accept friends or to reject friends however you want. The way to get onto Facebook is to get an app for Facebook, and then to get Bev's messages is capital letters DKG space Illinois space key space women space educators. And there we are. And then you can see all of her lovely, funny, tender, informative messages. The last thing on my agenda, on my report, is the auction. Sandy has touched on it. We're going to talk about it more. Normally, for years, 20 plus years, we have had an auction in November, a live auction, a silent auction, breakfast, and we raise the money in a one-time event that runs our chapter for the year. This year, our budget calls for an anticipated income of $3,000. We are going to be giving away, according to the budget, two $1,000. Oops, okay. We're going to be giving two $1,000 scholarships to college students studying education. So we need to raise that money. It is most important. I have been sending silly poems, couplets and whatever, little goofy things to help you think about it. Think about what you can give to the chapter. We are not charging for meals because we're not eating, we're not gathering. So you could kind of think, how much would I have spent on food that I can donate to the chapter? There are all kinds of things that we need to think about in terms of, and many of you bring friends and cousins and sisters and neighbors to our auction. Please include them when when a flyer is sent or when a message is sent. Send it on to them so that they know that we are still having our auction, but we're calling it an armchair auction. You don't have to fix your hair. You don't have to wear a mask. All you have to do is think about the work that we do and make a donation. Okay, that's it for the president's report. Anybody have any questions?
Karen, can we send that now, the donation to Sandy now?
Anytime.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Sandy's ready to take money anytime. Yeah. The actual time frame that is going to be from November 1st to November 15th.
Okay.
And that will be out in emails and flyers and stuff. You'll have plenty of information about it. But anytime that you wish to make a donation to the chapter for our continuing programs, I'm sure Sandy will be glad to get it. Any other questions? Okay, then I have to go back to the agenda.
Cute, Sandy.
Committee reports. Nancy, tell us about Zell. Unmute. Okay.
Okay, I'm here. Actually, Sandy and I became very close through this process. We were together online quite a bit to get it set up. And I put it on our team
Reach.
directions on our team, whatever it's called.
Team Reach.
So Team Reach. So if you go to that, it pretty much easily tells you what to do, how to send it. I've sent Sandy $1 like 3 or 4 times. So I'm, working it out that way, but it's real easy to do. So You have to get on the mobile app with your phone, with your bank. And then once you get to your bank, you click on Zelle from the bank, and then you send your money to Sandy, and she's got it. So read those directions. It's easy. My first thought was, I don't know, I can just mail it in, but this is even better. So I'm glad we did it.
One more step into the 21st century here, ladies. We're getting so electronic. It's marvelous. Anyone have any questions? And thank you to our 2 newest members for sending their dues through Zelle. We're getting it up and running. Anyone else? All right, next report. Pat Rinkenberger, membership.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Great to see you. I've been corresponding with Ayana, who will not be participating as she normally would in this ceremony today. And we have 2 of our new people who are not going to be able to join us. Yeah, it's the way it is sometimes. So we're very excited about our 6 new people. And when we next gather in person, they will get to light the candle and sign that book, which is so amazing. So they get a spread out induction, which is awesome. I wanted to thank everyone who participated in the Survey Monkey. A couple people voted more than once, which, okay.
It's Chicago.
But I was setting you up, Karen, for that one. But we still had over 40 participate. So thank you so much. This was our maiden voyage. I learned a lot in this process, but it is a pretty cool way to get this done. So in the future, we can look at it if we have to do it again. Yes, we'll be doing a breakfast again soon. I was waiting to see if we had other things scheduled for the auction, because I don't want to do 2 weeks in a row, but we will be doing that. And our new people will be getting a lot of information. I've been taking notes of all these things I need to send in an email, because our beta buddies are very important during this time period, and there'll be more info on that at another meeting for all of the chapter to participate to help our working educators. Some exciting things are happening in the background. And I want to thank very much the CARE team and Joyce Semler. What a yeoman's job they've done. And I wanted to publicly thank them, and Julie Snyder and Elaine and all those who write notes and make phone calls. So Joyce, you can give your report if you have anything to add.
Oh yeah. You have to unmute, Joyce. Unmute yourself. Joyce, the little microphone on your screen. There we go. Thank you.
Here I am. Good afternoon. The board of Beta asked the member support team to poll our membership to ascertain how many members use Zoom and the number of members who would like some help with it. Obviously, in this pandemic, the work of Beta will depend upon virtual communication for an indefinite period of time. An email was sent to every regular member in the directory, 57. Within a day, 21 At this point, the calling team began a follow-up. Thank you to the members of our dependable calling team, Elaine Gillies, Barb Hayes, Dora Ivory, Julie Snyder, and Pat Rinkenberger. As a result of their efforts, the number of positive replies rose to 38. And with another 4 members referred to online tutorials and to our tech team for assistance. 3 members did not respond to several attempts at contacting them. 2 members have serious personal issues and may not participate in the meeting. 3 members lack digital devices, and 1 person's contact information led to a dead end. I am delighted that I see here before me some people that I talked to on the phone and gave a little pep talk to, and they're here, and I'm so delighted.
That's wonderful.
At this, let's see, well, from the responses we did receive, we consider it as likely that most teachers now working use Zoom as a regular part of their working lives. Those of us who view the present state of education from a distance have the greatest respect for the conditions these educators now face in or out of classrooms. But you sense that was coming, right? Amid the necessary limitations imposed by this pandemic, organizations like Beta Beta must depend upon virtual communication in order to function without in-person meetings. So, like the high school calculus students and the first graders learning to read, we all must pay close attention to our virtual reality. Please participate actively in Beta Beta chapter by responding to our emails or phone messages promptly. Thank you.
Karen, I have one more comment. That reminds me, thank you, Joyce, for that segue. If any of your emergency contact info has changed, please send that to me, preferably via email, because I will be reaching out to all of our new members to make sure I have all of that data, and I'll be updating our huge spreadsheet of emergency contact information and sending that to the president and treasurer and the care team. We keep it confidential, but we do need to have a way to reach people in the event of an emergency. So if you have a change, please let me know. Also, reminder, I have all of your ID numbers for DKG, as does Sandy, but if you need it to get into the website, let me know. And new people, I will be sending yours because we have now received them so that you can dig into the website and enjoy that a little more.
Thank you, Joyce. That was wonderful. And I'm delighted that we're getting more and more response. When we take a survey, when we need information, we need to hear from you so that we can move ahead in case. And the emergency number, we found when Carol passed away that she had not informed her family. She gave us, we had information of who we needed to contact, but they did not have us. So when you pick someone to be your emergency contact, let them know that if something should happen to you, they could notify us so we can help out or do whatever is necessary. It needs to be a two-way street. So be sure you let them know. Just don't pick someone and have them unawares. So that would be great. Anything else for membership?
That's it for right now. There'll be more things later.
Anyone have any questions for Pat? Okay, the induction ceremony will be held after this meeting. We'll have a short break, but we'll do that later. Nominations, Linda Bird. She's muted, but there's nothing. Okay. Rules, Sue Carter, and you are muted. Kim. Danielle, where are you? Can you unmute Sue? Okay. Whoops, we've lost Danielle.
No, I'm here. Just give me
there
one
you are.
minute, please.
Okay, I didn't have your picture, so I thought I lost you. And she's going to unmute Sue.
Okay, Sue, you should see.
There she
There
is.
she-
Okay, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Very
Sue?
good. Someday
Okay.
I'll get this down. Okay. What I would like to do is after the standing rules, revised standing rules were approved last week at the board meeting, I'd like to just present them to the membership. And I'd like to, Madam President, as chair of the Rules Committee, I move that the implementation of the approved revised standing rules dated October 17, 2020, be approved by the members of Beta Beta chapter of Delta Kappa Gamma Society International.
Is there a second?
Sandy Ward, second.
Okay. It has been moved and seconded that we accept the revised standing rules as presented. Everyone has received a copy in email. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I will move to the vote. All those in favor of accepting the new standing rules, please say aye.
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 Those opposed, say nay. Congratulations, ladies. We have new standing rules. And congratulations to that committee. Sue has worked hours. We met, every week for several weeks and got a lot done. All the items in red in that copy are the things that we have accomplished. So most of it was international changes, but a lot of it was stuff that we needed for our chapter. So thank you so much, Sue.
And
Congratulations.
I just want to say, when something had to be changed after Sue had worked so hard, she just went ahead and did it.
Yes,
it was great.
absolutely.
I mean, it was, you and your committee did a great job, Sue. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
The rules will now be sent on to the state they have a copy on file then.
Sue,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. This is Elaine.
Yes.
I talked with Pat Roach, and is it possible for you to send a copy to Pat and to Artie?
I already did.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to be so careful. with
I'm
these
gonna have
gals.
to take,
All right, Nancy?
I'm gonna have to take a break for 5 minutes. I'll be
Okay.
back, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna say it's so important for us to figure out a way to be connected with those couple of gals that we have that don't have electronic devices. And I talked with Pat Roach at length. It was very, very nice. And it's just really critical that we, stay communicating with her. I tried to call Artie a couple times, left voice message, so I haven't spoken with her in a bit. So, but they're longtime members. I think both are members of our chapter for like 55 years. So, and both past presidents, and we don't want that to slide away because they aren't electronic. So we need to figure out ways to reach out to them on the phone.
I also
or a letter.
I spoke with Artie the other day.
Oh,
and
good.
I told her that I had sent on the rules, and I also sent on the profiles of the 2 members that we had just approved. And I had a nice chat with her, asked her some opinions on things, and she was very, very happy to hear from us. And she's active. She's walking with her helper that she has, and daily getting out and walking. So that's great.
Oh, good. That's happy news. Glad to know it. I'll keep trying to call her too, so.
And she also was very happy to be receiving birthday cards from around the state, since Karen had sent the information on to Bev Johns and whomever. So she's very surprised.
Those of you that have Facebook, be watching. There will probably be an announcement tomorrow, which is Artie's 96th birthday. And Sue found a photograph that we sent to Bev, and Bev has her address and all of that. So there will be a little bit of sneakiness, but that's grand. We want to celebrate that for her.
Karen, I have a question.
Yes. Jean
I'm
Keeney.
supposed to be the contact, the mailing contact with Pat Roach. I've been sending her the newsletters, but I have not sent any of the other communication. Should we be doing that anything that comes through by email, we should copy off and mail to our contact person?
You are so timely.
If I can address that.
That's coming up next.
Can I address that?
Elaine, just a second. It's coming up in Elaine's report in a minute. And I have been sending my president's letter by snail mail to both of those ladies. So they have some idea of what's going on with us. But
and I have been sending the program announcements to them as well.
Okay, so we've been talking with communications about condensing that and have one person do all of the snail mail. Anything else for Sue on the rules? She has everything in hand, totally responsible. Very good, Sue. Thank you so much for your work and your time and all your record keeping. That's been wonderful.
Thank you.
That's done. Wow, finally. It's been a work going on since, last January and February, we've started with it, so. All right, next is communications, Elaine.
Hi, as I was mentioning, there are 4 women in our organization who I believe do not have email connections of any kind. One is Eleanor Armstrong, who lives in Utah?
Arizona.
Arizona. Okay. And then we have Pat Novotny, who is a past president of our chapter and also is an over 50-year member. And then Artie and Pat Roach. Now I know that Susan, when she sends out the newsletter, rather than printing out copies of that for everybody and mailing them, she has like minions who are each doing one person out of those 4. Is that right, Susan? Is that how many
Correct.
we have?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
hello.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yes.
okay,
okay.
yes,
You're
I'm on
fine,
my
Sue.
screen froze. So my proposal is perhaps, if it's not asking too much, if the 4 people who are managing those 4 newsletters could then do exactly what was mentioned, take on sending them the email of the minutes, printing that out and just putting that in an envelope for them so that they stay connected with us as best they can. If you're uncomfortable with that, send me a message privately and we'll make other arrangements. But I think we have a team of 4, if that's correct, who are doing those 4, taking care of those 4 people. So maybe they can extend it past the newsletter to basically, all communication.
Meeting
Is that okay?
notifications, president's letter, special events, communication. Yes, Sue.
I have Elaine sending the newsletter to Ardith. Jean sends the letter to Pat Roach. Linda Bird sends one to Pat Novotny. And Eleanor. I don't think this is right for Eleanor. I have Linda doing Eleanor. Linda, were you doing 2?
Yes, I took on
Okay.
Eleanor. And the problem is that.
So perhaps we could get
Okay.
someone, if you're going to be sending everything to Pat Novotny, we probably should get someone else to do it for Eleanor, so you're not stuck with so much.
I think
I'll try.
Carol Shaw was sending to one of them, wasn't she? So I think that's part of the problem.
Well, I will leave this to the communications committee to work out between you. Anyone who is sending anything via email, you don't have to send copies to those 4 people. It will be handled through communications committee. Are there any questions about how that might work? Jean?
I don't have my yearbook with me, but isn't it in the yearbook? Who the?
No, I think it's the calling tree.
It's the calling tree, not the mailing tree.
I thought they
No,
were the same.
email members.
Jill?
At the back, the communication tree does have non-email members.
Right.
And what does it, are those the names that we just discussed?
I see my name is there and I was not aware of it. And Elaine, you were there for Artie, Jean for Pat Roach, and Pat Jennings for Eleanor Armstrong.
I think I had forgotten that this was back there. Communication tree, and this is out of date, Jill. That's why.
Well, it's in.
Okay, Elaine, we need to work on this.
Yes,
okay.
Please. And just Carol Shaw was doing what Pat Jennings is doing now. I called Pat and asked her if she would take that on for this year, and she said yes. So add that to your notes.
Oh, for Eleanor Armstrong?
Yeah, Pat Jennings said that she would do that, but she needs to know that all communications needs to be
Okay,
sent.
thank you very much.
Sure. Jean Keeney, yearbook. Thank you. And your delivery team and all the little elves that were out there delivering books. Everyone should have our new yearbook, and you'll see a lot of Zoom or to be announced. We arranged for as many things as we could, hoping that we would be able to gather again, but we'll just have to wait it out and see how that goes. Jean, anything else?
Nope.
Any
Changes will be made for that have already occurred will be in next year's book.
Okay, now our two new people, we need to get an email with all their information and then we can just attach that to our book.
Yes, Sandy's been sending me some of the information.
Okay.
I have some of the information from Sandy. There's a couple other bits of information, but we've got a little bit of time to get that together.
Okay, well,
I'll take care of that, Jane. I'll get that to you.
Yeah.
I also need email addresses, please.
Yeah, email, phone numbers, the stuff that goes in the yearbook. And be watching for that. You'll get an email with that and then just attach it to your yearbook or write it in. There's a page or two for notes so you can add our new people.
And if somebody can get that to me really quickly, then I can put them in on our group emailing.
So to whom do I send all of that? Jean and Elaine? Anyone else?
Molly, please send it to me as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Julie, right to post. Where is Julie? And I have to change my screen because I only have half of you. Julie. Where did she go? She was here.
Oh, she seems to be gone.
Okay.
All right, so at the last meeting, which was when in February, we agreed that we needed to update all the right to post forms for everyone. And I have one printed out for everybody that I was going to ask everybody to sign at our last group meeting, but it didn't happen. So the form says, as a member of Beta Beta Chapter 50, I give or do not give permission to have my name and photo published in any newscaster and subsequently posted to the ILSO website or Facebook. This permission is granted by me until I request a written change by signing and dating a new permission to post form. And then it's supposed to be printed and signed, which obviously we can't do because we're not together. So Karen's suggestion was that we take an acknowledgement, I guess it's not really a vote, today, and hopefully we could get blanket permission from everybody to permission to post pictures and names in, as I say, the newscaster, and then repost as it happens to the ILSO website and Facebook. Karen, my concern about that is, how are we going to know if there are people who don't want it to be done, since we're not taking an individual voice vote? Should we just ask anybody who
I will say, all in favor and all opposed. And if anybody is opposed, then we'll get their names and we will not post pictures today with those here. And then the rest will be mailed to members who are not here.
Right. I will print them out for everybody, so that the way it's going to work is that they won't be signed, but I'm going to print one out for everyone. And I will write on them approved via Zoom meeting, unless it's not approved, in which case you should be sure that Karen knows, and Chloe is going to give me a list of everybody who was here, so I know who everybody has approved or not approved at this meeting, and I out hard copies to everybody who was not present. Does that make sense?
Okay, does anybody have any questions? This is required by the state. We cannot put a picture of anyone anywhere without their permission. And previously, we've been able to pass a statement with places for signatures, and many of us signed on one piece of paper. Now, the state has come out that they want an individual piece of paper for each individual member. So that's where we are. We have to, so Julie will just put something on there if however we vote for today, or how designate today. So let's do a show of hands, and then
Wait,
I can.
Elaine, Karen, this
I
is
am
real.
on the wrong screen here. Okay.
Karen?
Yes, Jill.
Sue.
Sue.
I'm sorry. You know I'm paranoid about this.
Yes. You're very cautious.
I have a suggestion I'd like to make.
Sure.
If Julie could, if she can, or send it to me or send it to Elaine, give us a document with the actual form we can each print our own document out and sign it and mail it to Julie. Now, I know you won't get a lot of them or all of them, but I think we really should make an effort to get the individual hard copies for her.
Agree.
Can I ask
All
a
right.
question?
All
Is it-
right, then the feeling, Sue has suggested that it be emailed to us, and then it will be each member's responsibility to get it back to Julie.
I know that's asking a lot, but we really need to get started with the hard copies, as fast as we can to protect ourselves.
Okay, rather than a Zoom. Now, a Zoom meeting is considered face-to-face by the International, just so you know that.
You can't sign anything.
But it's not on
But
paper.
we cannot sign. Yes, Joan Black, did you have?
I just said you can't sign anything. I think you need that.
Okay. All right, then. Julie, now she's on my other screen. Can you send an email, and then it will be the responsibility of each member to get it back to you?
I bet there's a much more efficient way for somebody else to send them to everybody, because I would have to do an individual email to each member.
Send
No.
it to
Send it
Elaine.
to me.
Elaine has an address in her address book with every member. And we have our Delta Beta, we have our Beta email address, which is through Gmail. So she will send it out to the general membership, and everybody will have their copy to print and mail back to you.
Okay.
Did Gretchen have a question?
I was just wondering if would it be unacceptable to make an electronic form, and then when somebody filled out the form, they would acknowledge that they were the person completing the form, or does it have to be a hard
No.
copy form?
They're sticky about using the form that they sent each chapter.
Any other questions?
So the reason for that, Gretchen, is that somebody used a picture or a quote or something, and the chapter got sued, and it was a big nightmare. So they're like super cautious.
Right. It was thousands of dollars to settle the lawsuit for the International.
So
That's ridiculous.
you can make one form in electronic, like you can scan it or something of that nature, and allow people to actually sign into it. I can look in how to do that, but I know you can do that like with Adobe. You can actually put a box for people to electronically do things, so that you don't have to mail it to everybody, or so everybody doesn't have to print it and mail it. They could sign it electronically, and then you could print it.
I think that's a good idea, but Julie needs to have a hard copy in her hand.
Oh.
And I think
I also think that everybody's technology
Yes.
varies so much.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm just not sure that it would be as complete.
There's a whole group of us that can do anything electronically. And then there's another group of us that are just babies in this procedure. I think it would be safer to email, print, and mail back to Julie.
Yes.
What happens to the
Is it-
people that don't respond? What about the people that don't respond?
Then
What
we
do
can't use their picture.
Yeah,
We don't
okay.
have their permission.
All right.
Can
So
we sign and scan it and send it back electronically?
if you know how, then Julie would have to print it to have the hard copy.
Oh, all right.
Can you do that, Julie?
I can print, yes, if it comes to me, I can print it.
Okay.
No, but that's wasting her paper.
All right,
Well-
so I'm going to send a form. I'm not worried about my paper. I can send a form. I will send a form to Elaine. Elaine's going to send it out to the membership, and everybody who agrees to give permission to post will send it back to me in some form or other. Is this the plan? Okay, all right,
That
that's
sounds
fine.
fine.
Elaine, include Julie's number in the email, or address in the email, and her email if they're going to electronically send it.
Say that again. Say that again, Mary Beth.
If you should try to include Julie's address and maybe her email.
Okay, sure.
So
right.
if somebody's wanting to, whichever way they want to send
However
it
they
back.
want to respond, yeah. All right, Julie, would you put that together in the form of a motion so we can have it for the records?
Okay, I move that we distribute by email a permission to post form, which will be printed or signed electronically by each member who gives permission for their photographs to be posted and names to be posted. The members will sign the form and mail it back to me either as hard copy or electronically.
Okay, is there a second?
I second.
I second it.
Okay, Susan seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Julie.
Okay,
I know this has
that's
been
how
a
it's
sticking
figured out.
point. We've had a lot of trouble. That's excellent. That's fine. All right, going on. Society Mission and Purpose Educational Excellence Program. Jill, tell us about what's going on next.
All right. First of all, I am so happy to be together again after such a long time and to see so many of you, some people for the first time. We all know what a difficult year this has been in every way, and developing a program was no exception. I want to give you an overview of what the board decided to be done over the next several months. This is our first chapter meeting. We're well through it, and we have done a great job. Everybody has been terrific on Zoom. November, the month of our traditional meeting, always celebrated event, the auction, and you've heard of what we are planning to do. Some of the things that we need to raise the funds for are recruitment grants available to anyone in the chapter that attends a class or a conference or an important educational event. Scholarships to students in college that are women in college that are studying education. Several literacy projects. Together We Cope, which we support with peanut butter and jelly and monetary donations. And Gifts from the Heart, which we will not be holding this year, but we're trying to work out, I think we are still trying to work out some kind of a project to get gifts into the hands of kids. Moving on to December. When the board met, everyone extremely disappointed that we would not be visiting Sandy Ward's home for our traditional December meeting. But again, we have adapted to the next best thing, a Zoom visit to Sandy's home. This is something we've always looked forward to at the beginning of December as a way to get into the holiday spirit. If you've never seen anything like it, and Sandy will give us a guided tour. She may already be starting to get all that together.
10 trees are up.
Oh my God. If you've never seen this, you will not believe it. She even had a tree in her clothes closet, so bathroom. It's something to be enjoyed. January, there'll be a breakfast meeting. In February, we are in the process of setting up a really fun meeting that is just a perfect Zoom activity. It's called Zentangle. A couple of members have participated, and I want an art project, but it's for anybody, even someone like me that can't even do paint by numbers. So Molly and Chloe attended, and they have their finished product, and they're going to hold it up. I don't know if there's some way we can get a look at that. They're going to show you what a Zentangle looks like. Molly and Chloe, are you ready?
Molly's is up and Chloe's
Oh, I
on the-
love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mine is a pumpkin. Believe it or
Aren't they
not.
cool?
There we
Oh my gosh. And Molly, you actually said that you are not artistically talented, right?
Absolutely not. You
All
start
right.
out with this blank. The first thing you do is draw a dot in the middle. And honestly, I cannot even draw a squiggly line. And She does it step by step. It's a marvelous experience.
Well, it has given me great hope. And I am,
Always.
oh, wow.
That's great.
Very,
They're
very,
beautiful.
Okay, ladies, so we are, I have contacted the person. I have not heard back from her. And I will get all the details to you all at some point. In March, we are praying. We are so hopeful that in March we will be able to meet safely and hold an in-person meeting. And in addition to a chapter meeting, we're going to have 2 highlights from our real auction that will be available, raffle baskets and the silent auction. So it will be very nice if we can be back together. Not 100%, but that's the plan for March. The funds we use will be added to what is collected at the auction. And if there are any changes to the plan that are necessary, we'll let you know as soon as we know them. And I want to just reiterate about our auction, how important it is. We do great work in this chapter, and we serve so many people and groups, and but we cannot do it. So think about the past 7 months of the gas and meal money that you have saved by not going to an in-person Beta meeting, and your friends that sometimes come, if you be sure and contact them, and maybe some friends that haven't come that might be interested in helping out Beta. Very, very important. Does anybody have any questions on any of this? I know it was a lot of information, but the board wanted you to have a clear picture of where we are headed and what we're doing.
Any questions? All right. Well, thank you, Jill. That was wonderful. And we've got a good idea of what's going to be happening. And it's diverse, it's fun. And we've just got to get more people on Zoom and get ready to draw pictures and enjoy Christmas. And
I am very excited about all of it. And I think it's going to be a great year. In person in March. That's the call.
Okay. To go along, arrangements, Chloe. You want to talk a little bit about the field trip?
The field trip I love the field trip. We went to the American Islam Association. It was really easy for Jean and I. We drove about 1 mile, but the presenter was absolutely fabulous and we learned a lot. They were very welcoming. They also had a high school person there. They had several representatives. If you ever have the opportunity to go through any type of field trip, I would recommend that you do it.
We had 7 members who attended, so that was good. We've had more and we've had less on field trips, so that was just fine. And it was very educational and very safe. We were all masked and we were in a big auditorium and seated 3 and 4 seats apart from each other. So it felt very safe. So, and thank you to Sue Burke for putting that together for us. And now Chloe needs to, and Jill need to work on our program for next September. See what we do for that next field trip. Any questions for Chloe or Sue, Jill, excuse me? Okay, we'll move on. Personal growth. Mary Beth, do you have a report? And we've got to find Mary Beth.
She's muted.
I'm unmuted. It took me a minute to get
there we go.
arrow up there. Yes, obviously Gifts from the Heart is canceled. Karen has a box full of books and Pat Rinkenberg has a box full of books, which are going to be donated to Gifts from the Heart to distribute, or together with COPE to distribute them among the children that would have attended our event. Other than that, not much is going on in our little world. We'll have to figure out some way in February to take care of the Malawi people, but with Sandy's new Zelle option, I think that will be an easy thing. So I think that that's a wonderful thing that you guys have done for the chapter, Nancy and
Excellent.
Sandy. So that's all. Thank you.
Any questions?
I have a question. I
Yes.
do have a question. I forgot all about peanut butter and jelly until it was mentioned earlier, and obviously we're not collecting that at our meetings. Is there anything we can do about that, or can we? I mean, they've got to be, their need has to be even more dramatic, I'm guessing. I wonder if there's.
I'm open
anybody
to any suggestions, but it would involve us sending money, I think, to Sandy, and then poor Sandy'd have to go hustle the peanut butter and jelly. But, you know, I don't know how to handle that. I
Yeah.
realized it during the meeting today too, Elaine, when somebody
Yeah.
mentioned the peanut butter and jelly. I thought, oh,
Well, we'll think about it. Maybe we'll come up with something, but
right.
it just
And-
occurred to me that, you know, even if we're not doing gifts from the heart, we maybe could figure out some way to help them. I'm sure their services
Especially
are
maybe
more-
during the holiday, maybe
Yeah.
we could do something.
Is that
Well-
for Together We Cope?
Yes,
Yes.
that's through Together We Cope, and I don't live too far. It's on Oak Park Avenue, 175th, I think.
Right by where the board used to meet, right down the block.
Yeah, right from the former board meetings and the place, the facility where we hold the event Gifts from the Heart at that church there. If anybody just wants to do that on their own, drop off, you know, do some shopping and get peanut butter and jelly and just stop at the door and hand a bag full of stuff in, that would be fine. But we'll also keep in mind something maybe after the auction, we can get together something for November, December. Be watching your email for more information. Does anyone?
Karen?
Yes, who's?
This is Rosemary.
Okay.
Is it just possible that, is there a contact person? Could we just go ahead and send something over there from like Amazon? I mean, I'm more than happy to like send it.
I was gonna
Great
suggest-
idea.
I was thinking that same thing.
Yeah.
You could just order and
have it
and
delivered.
have them deliver it.
All right.
We do have a contact. Her name is Mandy Williams, and maybe she has a list of things we could order that we could send to the members, and if they want to buy it and have it sent directly to Mandy.
That's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
And you can always do like an order through Jewel or something like that, and they could either pick it up or they can deliver it, depending, because I think the Jewel isn't too far from Together We Cope.
No, it's very close.
All right, Mary Beth, will you have time to take care of some of this, and then we'll send it out?
Yes, I'll contact Mandy on Monday
Excellent.
and see what she has to say about
And then
the idea.
Send the
Then
information.
I'll let Elaine know, and she can maybe. Elaine's getting a
Excellent.
giant email to send out to the membership.
Well,
She may
and
even have a vendor.
I'll be doing a president's report too, so we can split some of the stuff up, so it's not such a long read when you get your email. Okay. That's excellent ideas. See, you ladies are
Very
so
good ideas. Very good.
just wonderful. That's why getting together is so important. I mean, when we can talk one-on-one, but you don't get the kind of feedback and that you do from a group meeting. This is grand. All right, we'll figure
Well,
out.
that's why it's called Together We Cope, right? Together.
I
we
have a
cope.
question. Did we ever talk Together We Cope? We're not doing the Gifts from the Heart.
I believe I called her. I'm not
Okay.
sure, but
Okay.
yeah, it's been so much I may not have.
I know that it's been so long too,
Yeah, yeah,
so many,
all right.
yeah. Okay. I will call her Monday.
Okay, thank you so much. Any
Mary
other
Beth?
questions?
Yes, Mary Beth, I was wondering if they're open to having food deliveries. Do we want to do it from just our chapter and it has to all go, the money goes to Sandy and she distributes that? Or can some of us individually just order online and have it delivered there?
I think we can do that. I mean,
Some of us have gotten to be real pros at online grocery deliveries, so.
I am.
Yeah,
The
too.
peanut butter and jelly donations were individuals. It wasn't a chapter
Right.
thing. And the money that came in, if you didn't have peanut butter and wanted to give a couple bucks, that was all individual. So this certainly can be also. We will not do.
They're probably needing meat and other things for their pantry though. So if we find out, what their pantry's needing, that could go into a general email. Those of us who are so moved could just send a shipment of groceries to them.
Sure. Anybody, this is totally individual, and we will send out a list if
Send
Mary
out a list, right?
suggestions, but you can do whatever you would like as individuals to help them, because I'm sure they're in need with unemployment and all of this being stalled or slow or not happening. I'm sure those families need food.
Karen?
Yes.
They possibly could have some vendors themselves where they get huge discounts. that,
Okay.
So maybe Mary Beth could ask them if there's a specific.
If there's somebody that we should contact.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, good
All right,
idea, Jean.
very good, Jean. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Anyone else? Okay. All right. Wow, this is great. Moving on, research and historian Arlanda. Are you there?
I didn't see her.
Okay. Well,
Up once.
yeah, I thought she was, but that's all right.
Is it Arlanda?
Yeah, is she?
She left. I think she left.
Okay.
I didn't
all
see
right.
her.
Attendance, yeah.
She was
Okay.
here and then she didn't stay very long.
Well, and she doesn't have a report, so that's fine. Okay. Scholarship and professional affairs, Joan Beck. And where is this Joan?
I want to thank Pat Walsh.
There we are.
She's been very generous with her time and giving me the benefit of her experience with this committee for a number of years. Most of our work will take place like maybe starting in January, but Pat has been good with trying to make those connections with the colleges. We're not sure who's in charge of those students that we want to reach with our offer for scholarships, but we're working on that. And then I would like to also thank the members who have mentioned encouragement for funding for this wonderful program, because most of the money comes from the auction that we would have had in November. So, keep that in mind when you're writing your check. It's really a wonderful thing. And then I'll be in touch with Sandy to make sure that we've got the funds available for those two $1,000 scholarships that will be given in the spring.
And I have also asked Joan to keep track of the credits that are being given through the state for our working teachers who might want to get some credits an easy way, because you're not convenient. So I believe, Joan, didn't you say you had a list?
I did. I made up a list of those members who are currently working, and also sent them the link. If you didn't, or you could go through Facebook, or you can ask to be on Bev John's email list. And she was very good about getting right back to me and put me on her list, and she will do the same and inform members.
Okay, so you can get your credits, as many as you need, because there are multiple credits each week that are being given. And you can have some of your co-workers join in and get their credits and find out what a wonderful group we have, and they may want to join us. So that would do a double duty. Legislation report. You heard Gwen's letter. I will be in the process of replacing her as chair. We will be reapplying for Representative Kelly. Gwen had all the research in the paper done and finished and sent to the committee. And then it was suggested that we reapply this year. So that is the plan as of now. I will get a new chair for the committee, and they will get the information from Gwen and send it in time for us to nominate Representative Kelly for the legislative award that will hopefully be given in person at the April convention. So, literacy, Arlita, I didn't see her. Is she with us today, Danielle? She is, Arlita. Okay. And Danielle's searching.
So she was with us. I don't see her any longer.
All right. Well, what we want to do, the grants, of course, have been put on hold because we can't gather, but there is, the tech committee is working on ways that we can help our active teachers with one-on-one or reading a book that will be recorded that can be used in a classroom, or that's a work in progress. We want to support our active teachers any way we can, and as they make requests, we jump right in there, as we did with Gretchen's project. It was a donor's choice, and it was a matching fund, and so we did all that we could, and we got them through our chapter donating $200. They matched, and her project got $400 toward the bins to give the preschool kids in the first grade, the lower grades, to keep their school stuff in one place. And that's a big help, getting school stuff organized for these younger children. And that was all taken care of. She met her goal. And we will talk later about another one.
Can I say thank you to everybody for the donations, because not only did I get the $400 from the chapter, but because people shared the project was fully funded, and the original project was just for the primary classes, but the project was expanded to the entire school. So
wow.
Everyone that got the bid to take home. I do have photos that I will be sharing. I was trying to get some pictures of the kids actually at home, but I do have photos of when the families came to pick them up. So it's been a huge help, and the teachers were extremely grateful. They did a lot of very nice organizing for the students, and when we observe classes, you hear the teachers say, get your bin, get your yellow folder, and the kids go right in there and get your bag of cubes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh.
We're very appreciative too, so thank you very much.
Oh, Gretchen, when you get those photos, send them to Sue, and she can put them in the newsletter for everyone to see.
Okay.
That would be wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad. Very good. Anything else under literacy right now? We have some new business that we'll take care of later. Okay, Women in the Arts, Joan Black.
I don't know. I'm supposed to hear.
Oh, no, you were unmuted.
Yeah, go ahead, Joan, you're set.
No, she was.
Whoops, we lost her.
Yeah, she muted herself on accident.
Oh, okay.
Now?
There,
yes.
There we go. Yes, Joan.
Okay. Well, as I said before, not much is being done in the world of performing arts. Shakespeare on the Pier has some virtual offerings for your computer, but they are also planning a season in the spring, 3 plays. Hopefully they will take place. Chicago Heights Drama Group is also going to try and do 2 plays in the spring, and not virtual, but actual person plays. So, and I think there is something coming to the Cadillac Theater within the next month or 2, and it'll be interesting to see if that really happens. Okay.
Thank you, Joan. We're down to the point where, is there any unfinished business anyone needs to bring up? And then we'll do new business. Okay, hearing no unfinished business. Danielle, is anybody waving at you? Nope. All right. New business. We were talking about literacy and helping the schools and doing things for our frontline workers. Rosemary has requested a project from us. Her district, she can talk about it in a minute. They are using gift cards as an incentive for the children. And at the board meeting, the board decided to recommend that we take money from the Altrusa Literacy Fund to fund these gift cards. We also received a $25 gift card, a Walmart gift card from Posen Robbins District as a thank you for all the things that we do for their district. So I went to Walmart and exchanged the $25 gift certificate for $5 certificates so that she would have 5 gift cards to give to them. So the recommendation would then be to give $175 from the Altrusa Fund, along with the 25 that we already have, the $25 worth. So Rosemary, you want to talk a little bit about this project? It sounds so intriguing. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the time to actually speak about it as well. I appreciate it. So yes, so basically what we are finding, we just also had our board meeting and we are now extended to full remote all the way through January 23rd of 2021. Just because in the Blue Island school district area, the rates of COVID are very high. We're at 9%.
Ooh.
So the board decided that we are going to stay remote. Now, what that looks like for us as teachers, we are actually inside the building teaching remotely to our students at home. So what we have been finding has been through our PBIS group, which is our, so it's positive behavioral intervention supports. That's what PBIS means. And so as a positive intervention, we are trying to get kids to please come on because we're having struggles with that. The school district that we feed into, the high school district, just sent their students back. And so that was a lot of our people that were working with our younger kids in the elementary group, trying to keep making sure that they are online. So we have figured out that we need this now more than ever. So basically when students are participating and they are on and they are showing up when they need to show up, and they are doing their work, all of those things are things that we are recognizing. We want to recognize the students that are doing it well. And so what we've been doing is we have something called Winner's Wheel Wednesday. And so on Winner's Wheel Wednesday, what we do is we put all the students' names on this wheel for each grade level and also for our United Arts and PE group. So there's 4 levels. And every month the students then get an opportunity to be on this wheel. And then they get this opportunity to get gift cards. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make this a positive experience. We know that a lot of things are happening traumatically. Really, we're all dealing with trauma, all of us. It's not just the students, it's everybody involved. And so we're just trying to make this a more positive experience. So anything that the chapter can do, I'm super grateful, and our school will be super grateful. We are just excited to have this opportunity to even present to you guys and ask you for that support.
Now, would it be advantageous should we approve this, and we'll need a motion to do the expenditure, if we would just send a check for the $175 to someone and then you get the appropriate cards? Or how will that work?
Karen, I have that info. This is Pat. I have that info, Rosemary. Yeah.
Well, share it. Is it helpful? Is it that we send a check to someone and they do the purchasing, or the other way around? Should we do the purchasing?
Either way is fine. I mean, we can do both. So if you actually send it to our school district, it would be to you could either send it care of me, and then I can go ahead and we would put down PBIS. We have a PBIS group. It would go in there, and then we would go and purchase the gift cards. Either way.
Okay. And then I would get the $25 worth that I have sitting here and get those to you. Okay.
Yes.
I will entertain a motion that.
I have a question first.
Well, let's do the motion and then we discuss the motion.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I need a motion that $175 from the Altrusa Fund be given toward the PBIS program in Blue Island.
Is there a second?
The right letters?
I second the motion.
Okay, that was Jill. All right, now discussion, Elaine.
Is it $5 gift cards? Is that what you're looking for, or how's that working?
We're doing $5 gift cards so that we can try and reach as many students as possible for this winning wheel.
And where are they from? What is your preference if somebody buys them for you?
A variety would be fabulous. We're getting stuff from local restaurants. So like, even if you're looking at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, or we've had students for Walmart, Target, and anywhere where the students can actually go ahead and utilize it.
All right, so what we are going to do then, we'll vote on sending chapter money to you to take care of this, and then any individual who wishes to, as we did with Gretchen's Fund, any individual will put out the address with one of our emailing, and any individual who would like to contribute can either buy cards at any of those places or send money, and you will purchase the cards. Any questions, any further discussion?
Rosemary, would you prefer this being sent? You had mentioned to District 130 in care of you, or can the check just be sent to you? Which way would you prefer?
I would prefer it go directly to my building.
Can you give me the name and the number then, the address?
Sandy, I have that. I'll send it to you. This is Pat. Rosemary had given this to me a couple of weeks ago, so I'll send it to Elaine for the chapter, and I'll send it directly to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Yes.
One more quick question. What is the second letter? PB?
B, yes.
B
So
as
it's
in
B is in boy.
Standing for what?
It's for behavior.
Behavior.
Behavior. Gotcha. Thank you.
All right, any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? All right, wonderful. Thank you, Generous Chapter. One more time, you guys just keep helping. And any of the other active teachers, if you have projects that you need support for, let us know. We're here. And obviously more than willing. Under new business also, how many people would like some more Zoom lessons? Can we send you more links to YouTube lessons? Can we have the tech team do a practice session with you? If this is something that any member would like, contact a tech team member and they will help. That's what they are there for, as tech team people. If you want to practice and set up a Zoom with 5 of you and then go through how to poke which buttons and how to click on whatever, we can do that. So if anybody has any needs that way, Sue Carter, are you raising your hand?
Yes.
Okay. Sue, go ahead. You're interested?
Yes.
Okay. Danielle, you got Sue. Okay. If anybody else needs some help or has questions, please contact the tech team. Those ladies are wizards. They're wonderful. Okay. Announcements. We're going to do the induction ceremony, but we'll take a short break. But I have a couple of changes or additions to your yearbook. If you want to make a note of this, Sharon Nesty is going to be on the Rules Committee. So you may want to add her name under Rules Committee. And then I have assigned our 2 latest members. Latoya, I'm going to put you on Scholarship and Professional Affairs. Latoya Gibbons. And Kathy, I will put you on Research and Historian. So those are additions, changes to the yearbook.
Karen,
Yes,
Sharon's to be deleted from her other committee?
yes, yes. Thank you. All right, any other announcements?
One more thing, I found out that the phone
Yes, Sam.
number phone number on page 5 of your yearbook for international, if you're trying to get them, is incorrect. They no longer have an 888 number. The number to reach them now is 512-478-5748.
Couldn't even
Susan, will you
get a
put that
catchy
in
one,
the-
huh?
in the
They
newsletter?
they couldn't afford to keep the that number.
Can you repeat the number again?
Sure can. It's 512-478-5748.
I put it in the chat if you all need to look at it if there.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Thank you. Do you know where chat is? There's a little bubble, like a cartoon bubble on your screen somewhere that says chat. And if you click on that, then the number will come up. Okay, any other business? We are adjourned officially, wham. We're going to do the induction of our 6 new members. This is so exciting. Is everybody ready to just go right ahead, or you want to take a 5-minute break? Will you come back? If anybody wants to get a cup of coffee or whatever, a glass of juice, or run to the bathroom, we'll take 5 minutes. Is that?
That'll work.
Okay, 5 minutes. We'll come back and do our induction. That'll give Pat, oh, she's got it set up already. Look at her there. Okay, 5 minutes, ladies, and then we'll do the induction of our 6 new members. This is wonderful. All right.
Joan Beck, how are you doing today?
I'm good, except I'm having trouble with my ear pods. I was trying to use them and I click on it, but it's not working. I can hear through my computer, but my ear
Wait a
pods
minute, I
aren't
just
working.
saw Dora for a second. Where'd she go? She just disappeared again. Hey, Dora.
Take a 5-minute break.
I all of a sudden have large faces.
Yeah.
Hi, Dora. Hi, Dora.
Try to go back up and change your view on your tab.
Oh, thank you, Sandy. I've been poking all over the place.
I know almost nothing. So when Joan's telling me that she can't use the ear, I just ignore what to tell her. But I know how to fix the pictures.
Maybe
for those of you
Danielle
also who
would
know-
know how to work those.
If you're muted and you want to unmute quickly, you just hit the space bar and hold it while you're talking.
Oh, yeah, the screen said that.
Oh, see, we're learning new stuff. Wonderful. Goodness.
Faye, how are you doing these days?
Not bad.
Are you still all remote?
We are all remote, yes.
Yeah, and your sessions are all screwed up. You said you had short sessions and not as seeing the kids as often. How's
Right.
that working?
I only see them for 40 minutes every other day when I'm used to seeing them for a whole 80-minute block.
Oh, man.
Bummer.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Is this going to be a lost year or semi-lost year as far as their growth and their education?
Not complete loss, but definitely not as much growth as a normal year.
Okay.
They're not doing standardized testing and stuff like that, are they?
District?
I think we're just still waiting to hear back from the state about that.
Okay. Yeah, they were talking on the radio the other day about the fact that there's not as much product and progress with the kids, and that maybe we should just, have another year added on between last year and this year. We need another year before they graduate or they move. I don't know how that's all going to work out. These kids they're just losing so much.
Well, that won't be popular.
No, certainly not.
Summer school, extend hours.
Yeah, just continued our year-round schooling, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we'll need more incentive gift cards.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we could do that. Oh, man. Now, Karen, I don't know if you saw, but Regina said she had to go pick up her kids.
Oh,
So-
no, I didn't see that. I'm not looking at the chat room.
No, I
posted.
figured you probably would.
Three of
Too much
six.
paper in front of me. There's a chair over here that the done ones are going on and.
Yeah. So
I have to
she
tell you
wrote
all.
something a minute ago.
Okay, and that happens, and that's fine, but I am just thrilled that we have so many of us. That's grand.
Yeah.
I have to, before Pat gets started, you can see in her square, she has the trifold and some of the settings for our induction. And she printed out a script. The state has, it's state, done some shortened forms, and Pat printed them out and then color coded all the speakers. So whenever I'm talking, it's yellow. And here's the ceremony. Look at her. She's been wonderful. So that it won't take long, but it's just fabulous. And I got them all mixed up in order now. Oh, well, no, I didn't I think I got it back.
So I can spotlight somebody. So like if you're talking and you want the screen to be on Pat, I can spotlight it so everyone can look. I'm not sure what you would prefer.
You put it on Pat's screen right now so you can all see that she's got the trifold and the information. And look at there.
Oh.
So we're trying to make it as much as normal as possible. Also, the book that is signed, our chapter is going into its 66th year. And there is a little notebook, loose leaf notebook, that every single person who has been inducted has signed upon their induction. And so that has to be done in person, and that will be done when we ever get back together again. But we won't be able to do that, but we will be talking about some of the things, and it's a short ceremony, but yeah. Okay.
Karen, this is Sue. Karen?
Yes.
Did you get someone to write those Beta anniversary?
No, I haven't. I have a list. If anyone wants to volunteer for any of the 4 people, that would be wonderful. I'm going to make calls on Monday to see if I can recruit people.
Okay.
willing to do that. Okay. You know what I did? I did mess up these pages. Pat, help.
Yes. Okay, so, yeah.
Page 1 is the chapter induction. That's fine. Page 2.
Start, yours is in the middle. Yours is in the middle.
Yeah,
Page
yeah.
2. And there's
And then-
aqua at the top. Page 3 has phase hot pink at the
That's
top.
Second speaker, yes. Okay, third speaker, and then the ceremony.
Right.
Yeah, got it. Okay, I have 1 page out of order. I picked them up to show everybody, and then I got them messed up. So are we just about ready to start? Danielle, if you could, can you find our 6 new members and maybe put them in a row across the top, or arrange them somehow?
Well,
Is that
We're
something?
down, Karen, we're down to 3.
Oh.
We're down to
Okay.
3 who are physically here, and that would be Laurel and Kathy and Toya.
LaToya, okay.
Toya.
Okay, I can see. I'm not sure if I can put them all up together, but I can definitely put them up individually.
Okay.
Lori, Toya, and who else?
Laurel, Toya, and Kathy.
Okay.
It's Laurel.
Laurel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Laurel. Yeah.
Yeah, it says John on her page.
Okay.
Now, Pat, does that mean we would do this again for the other members?
You tell me. I have been texting with them, you know, the wonders of technology. I've had 3 devices going today, and they're semi-working. My head's kind of crazy, but Sarah would like very much to have a copy of the ceremony. Regina had to go pick up her kids, and she was here until just a few moments ago. So I'm happy to email a copy of this to the 3 that can't be here. Helen feels awful about it, but she's actually been asked to babysit a puppy and a senior dog for a good friend whose daughter's getting married today. And she texted me and she said, this puppy won't stop. I have to chase him constantly. And so, yeah, she was afraid the puppy would chew her laptop cord, and she uses it for work. So,
Okay.
she's
You know,
ready right now.
since they've paid their dues, they're members anyway, we
That's
could
right.
hold off and have them, when we all gather together, sign
Yes.
the book and light the candle and do whatever we need to do.
Excellent. Yes, I think you're right, Mary Beth. All right, Pat, do you want to get started? Our 5 minutes are up.
Sure. I did want to, for our new people, well, it's too late now. We have the gallery. At the end, Danielle, I'd like to go back and have the members of the membership support team be highlighted so that our new members know who those people are, because I think it's important going forward. So don't let me forget.
And
Madam
let me know
President, I
when you
present
want
to
me
you these key women candidates for membership in the Delta Kappa Gamma Society International. Whoops. They are Helen Arkin, sponsored by Pat Rinkenberger, Latoya Givens, sponsored by Rosemary Sexton, Laurel Kasang, sponsored by Joyce Semler, Kathy Malice Jesse Owens, sponsored by Dr. Arlanda Suet Nicholson, Dr. Sarah Midlock, sponsored by Dr. Ayana Hartzell, Dr. Regina Red, sponsored by Dr. Arlanda Suet Nicholson, Dr. Ayana Hartzell, Arlita Bazil, and Dr. Sherry Story.
We are honored to receive you as members of Beta Beta chapter of the Illinois State Organization of the Delta Kappa Gamma Society International. You are here today because a member of this chapter has recommended you for membership, believing that you are outstanding, a respected member in the educational field. Your chosen profession in life, education, has focused on others, helping them to develop their talents and reach their highest potential.
You have received an orientation to the Delta Kappa Gamma Society International and gained an overview of the big picture, including the organizational structure of the society and the responsibilities and benefits of membership. You too can take pride in a society with thousands of members worldwide. You can take pride in the many benefits you will share with them: scholarship and grant opportunities, leadership training, community programs, worldwide projects, conferences, networking, contacts, technological opportunities, face-to-face learning, and support from your fellow members.
You have an appreciation of the honor of membership. Someone noticed your work, noted your standards, believed in your potential, sought your association, held you in high esteem, honored you by sponsoring you for membership.
Oh, is Nancy back?
I don't know.
Yes, Nancy's right there.
Nancy, your turn. There you are. We hear you.
Oh, we don't hear her.
She's muted.
She's not saying anything anyway.
She's not saying anything.
Oh, okay.
I've tried unmuting her.
Nancy,
Somebody read her part.
Now, there she goes.
Beta Beta chapter are honored and pleased that you have made the decision to join us. We value you and the talents and skills you bring to our chapter and the society. We know that you will find our society to be outstanding too, and that you will take pride in our organization.
Barbara Hayes?
Yes.
Okay, Barb? There she
In
is.
1929, when Dr. Annie Webb Blanton and her colleagues established the first chapter, they had a distinct vision in mind. At that time, women educators first faced many hardships, including unequal pay and the lack of freedom we enjoy and take for granted today as women educators.
Just as a new school community selects a mascot and a slogan, in order to build community spirit and a sense of belonging, Dr. Blayton and her colleagues selected colors to symbolize their courage, and loyalty in the face of opposition. Symbols, a key pin, a motto, a song, and purposes bind them together in common focus. Much has changed in our world since 1929. Our mode of dress, modern conveniences, technical advances, and more. Much has changed in Delta Kappa Gamma as well. Our society is well established with approximately,
They have an omission.
there is no numbers there. Chapters in 17 countries. We have focused less on the colors and symbols and more on the values they represent. Courage, loyalty, learning, and perseverance. However, we are still bound together by a common vision, bringing together qualified and diverse women educators serving in a broad spectrum of educational fields, strengthening them, and pursuing worthwhile projects that will make a difference in communities around the world.
The original purposes are just as appropriate today as they were when Delta Kappa Gamma was established. You, our inductees, are encouraged to commit to the Society's programs, projects, mission, and vision, and to the fulfillment of these 7 purposes. Number 1, to unite women educators of the world in a genuine spiritual fellowship.
2, to honor women who have given or who evidence a potential for distinctive service in any field of education.
3, to advance the professional interest and position of women in education.
4.
4.
4?
Faye.
Yeah?
Go ahead, Faye. Yeah.
4, to initiate, endorse, and support desirable legislation or other suitable endeavors in the interest of education and of women educators.
Nancy's on mute again.
To endow with scholarships to aid outstanding women educators in pursuing graduate study and to grant fellowships to non-member women educators.
6, to stimulate the personal and professional growth of members and to encourage their participation in appropriate programs of action.
And 7, to inform the members of current economic, social, political, and educational issues so that they may participate effectively in a world society.
By your being here, you have signified your willingness to assume responsibilities in the Delta Kappa Gamma Society International. You will contribute to the society by participating, sharing your interests and talents and professional expertise, and seeking opportunities to grow personally and professionally. If this is your desire, please signify by saying, I will support this organization.
I will support
I will
this
support
this
organization.
Members, will you offer your cooperation, encouragement, and friendship to our new members and promise to help them in carrying out the purposes and the projects of the Society? If so, please answer, I will.
I will.
Will. It is our hope that you will take pride in the big picture of our society, that you will realize the intrinsic value of membership, including making lifelong friends, that you will enjoy the support of our members that they show for one another's passions, personal triumphs and sufferings, professional accolades, and difficult decisions. That you will benefit from the personal opportunities for scholarships, grants, and leadership training, that you will experience DKG's educational impact in the community, state, province, country, and world.
Many challenges lie ahead for educators. You are pioneers for that future, and your signature confirms your commitment to support the purpose of the Society. Welcome to Beta Beta chapter of Illinois State Organization of the Delta Kappa Gamma Society International. Enter our community, share our friendships, our hopes, and our goals. We offer you hearty congratulations and warm wishes as you begin exciting and fulfilling experiences as a result of your membership in the Delta Kappa Gamma Society International. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Laurel.
This concludes our induction and our business meeting. And I think we have like 6 minutes to visit instead of our usual half hour of gab, gab, gab. So the meeting is scheduled to end at 4 o'clock. So we have a few minutes if you wish to chat. Thank you all for being here, for participating, for Zooming. Good for you, every one of you. And watch for lots of emails.
Thanks, Donnell, again.
Donnell, yes, thank you for taking care of this.
Congratulations, Laurel.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Can we see Laurel and Danielle? Can we see Laurel and look? Okay, great.
Bye.
All right, that's
Congratulations.
And we want
Congratulations.
Finally got it done.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Pat, for pulling this off.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Pat.
I want to introduce really quickly Mary Beth, who just said congratulations. So Mary Beth, wave and say hi. Mary Beth ushers on the membership support team. And she had this job before I did, and she's awesome, of course, but all of them are. Barbara Hayes. Barb, are you still on?
Yes, I'm here.
Say hi, wave, so we can see you. Okay.
There we are.
Ayana's uncle passed away, so she wasn't able to be here today, but you will meet her. Nancy Miller, you saw Nancy earlier. She's the one that
I'm
helped
here.
it all happen. She's your new best friend,
Hi.
I'm sure.
Mhm.
Judy
Hi.
Curran was on and reading with us. There's Judy somewhere. Judy read
Hi,
several
Judy.
times.
Is
And
Judy under a different name?
Judy Curran
That's Judy.
might have left. But
Okay.
she did some readings. You saw her earlier, I think. Faye is a new member to our team, which is awesome. And Faye did some reading as well. Faye, are you still on?
No.
I might have lost her. Okay. She's the one that was speaking about, or answering Karen's query about, will the kids be losing out this year? She's an awesome social studies teacher. And Joyce Semler, the chair of our care team, and just, this has become a full-time job. Joyce.
Oh, there she is, yeah.
And see, she's
Thank
so
you, Joyce,
careful
for your
about it.
message. Thank you, Joyce.
And Dora Ivory was a key member of membership support team. And although she's needed to step off for now, we couldn't have gotten this up and running without Dora. So thank you, Dora, as well, if you're still on.
Again,
Yes, I'm
this
still here. Still
chapter,
here.
yeah.
Okay, great.
The chapter
So
has
thanks, everybody.
so many wonderful ladies who are willing to give of their time and their energy. It is just amazing.
Hey,
I
Dora.
love
There's
it.
Dora.
There's Dora. Hi, Dora.
Dora.
Yeah.
Your hair is different again.
Love the hair.
It's nice.
New look.
Like it.
It's cute.
Well, thank you, ladies. I'm going to go collapse. Have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
I think we all deserve one.
Thank you for such a great job. Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Yeah, you
Bye,
made it.
everyone.
Bye,
Thank
Pat.
you again.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye, guys.
Karen.
Bye, Elaine.
Hi,
Good
Elaine.
job, Karen.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, thanks,
Bye.
Danielle.
Not a problem.
Inga, great to see you.
Thank you.